try to cancel, they'll try to shadow ban, label hate speech, but they don't understand. Big tech, big government colluding in the dark, but we got the First Amendment lighting up the spark. No law can gag the preacher, no rule can hush the crowd, no censor can drown the patriot shouting proud. This ain't just paper, it's blood, sweat, and fight. The heartbeat of liberty burning through the night. So raise your voice high when the storm winds blow. Defend the right to speak, let the whole world know. From Cape Coral shores to the Rockies peak, we guard this freedom, it's ours to keep. The Constitution stands like a rock in the stream, protecting us all from the tyrant's bad dream. No king, no committee, no elite decree can ever take away what makes us truly free. Freedom of speech, let it ring out loud and clear. The First Amendment standing tall year after year. We won't be silenced, we won't be muzzled or tamed. This Constitution's our shield, forever untamed. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, we defend this sacred right, it's what sets us free. God bless the USA, where the truth can still be told. Freedom of speech, forever, bold, brave, and bold. Al Gore waddled out with a slideshow scan, promising floods and fires, the end of the land. Polar bears drowning, cities under the sea. But here we are, dry as a bone, sipping sweet tea. John Kerry jet setting around the world in his plane, spewing more hot air than a summer hurricane. Ice caps melting, Manhattan underwater by now. What a joke, you lying old cow. None of it happened, not a damn thing they said. Just fear-mongering fools with holes in their head. It's the global warming hoax, climate change con, whatever they're calling it now, it's all wrong. A big fat lie for money and power, you see, sucking our wallets dry, stealing our liberty. From ozone holes to ice age is coming soon. Acid rain melting our faces by noon. Overpopulation starving us all to death. Peak oil running out, taking our last breath. It's all bullcrap, a coat for the left-wing sheep. Religion of fear, but we ain't losing sleep. Remember the ozone hole, gonna fry us alive. Banning hairspray, what a load of jive. Then the coming ice age, freezing us in our tracks. Scientists screaming, but it was all hacks. As it rained, eating statues, killing the trees. But look around now, everything's fine, geez. Starvation from too many miles. mass extinction doom. Pesticides wiping out life in the gloom. Oceans dying, dead as Lake Erie, they cried. Fish floating belly up, no place to hide. Y2K bug gonna crash the whole show. Planes falling, banks busting, chaos below. But nothing happens, zip, zero, zilch, nada. Just grifters grabbing grants, living like Rogers. All about control, taxing your every breath. Power hungry elites dancing with death. Now it's climate disruption, fancy new name. Same old scam, playing the blame game. Electric cars force down your throat. Solar panels rusting, windmills a joke. They tax your cow farts, your truck's diesel roar, while they fly private jets, hypocrites to the core. Leftist religion, kneeling at the green altar. Cult of doom, but we won't falter. Predictions flopping like a fish on the dock, but they keep on preaching. Tick-tock, tick-tock. It's the global warming hoax, climate change con, whatever they're calling it now, it's all wrong. A big fat lie for money and power, you see, sucking our wallets dry, stealing our liberty. From ozone holes to ice, age is coming soon. Acid rain melting our faces by noon. Overpopulation starving us all to death. Peak oil running out, taking our last breath. It's all bullcrap, a cult for the left-wing sheep. Religion of fear, but we ain't losing sleep. Yeah, keep your carbon credits and your electric dreams. We'll stick to the truth, busting at the seams. The sky ain't falling, chicken's little crew. This hoax is over, we're done with you. God bless the real world, where facts still win. Y'all can shove your climate cold where the sun don't shine.
All right, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is tonight's edition of Starship After Dark, and there we go. I need to make sure you're not hearing an echo, because I'm hearing an echo. Maybe if I do that. There we go. Okay, that'll work. All right, I'm backing up a bunch of videos and photos that I took anyway. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, live tonight from just south of Macon, Georgia. We did make it out today. It took quite a bit of sunlight, some salt, and a number of different things, but we were finally able to get out. As you can see, we had 3 different feeds at the top, and now we have one duplicated 3 times. I'm working to replace that now. We are watching protests in, they were in Minneapolis earlier, but I believe most of what we're seeing now is going to be in Portland, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm looking for, what ends up happening is a lot of people have different videos, and then all of a sudden 2 or 3 of them will go down for one reason or another, and then once that happens, then they all start duplicating up like this, and that's why we're seeing. Yeah, that looks like AOC, but it's not. Anyway. Lots of spoof videos tonight. I'm just literally swimming in spoof videos tonight. So let me see if I can see the chat here. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Texas, Deploribus, Neighbor, Northern Grace. Let's see who else we got here. Hey, Heath, Comms Prepper, thanks for being here. And Critiques. There we go. Okay. Yeah, she's probably not. A lot of these people are not actual news. They're. I mean, first of all, the term news reporter. There is no news reporters anymore. There's just simply biased commentators out there on the side of the road. But I haven't seen real journalism in a long time. I wouldn't know what it even looks like. Let me see. There is just so many spoofs out here. Here we go. All right, give me just a second here. By the way, I'm having audio issues with different things tonight because I'm on a Windows 11 machine, and I now have decided I have to change this back to Windows 10. It doesn't do several of the things that I need it to do. Like used to be, you could assign audio. You could actually assign audio. Oh, for Christ's sake, here we go. You could actually assign audio per device, and you can no longer do that. They won't let you do that. So now I have no way of assigning the audio to come out of certain places at certain times. So it's very difficult to do a show now on this laptop, and I'm not very happy about it because I bought this laptop specifically to do broadcasting in the field, and it is just about worthless with all the stupid shit that it doesn't do. I'm actually quite surprised the number of things that this Windows 11 laptop doesn't do that the Windows 10 does, and it's it really sucks. Yeah, Don Lemon went to jail. That's so cool. Yeah, Windows 11 is terrible. If you're just a standard PC user, you would probably get a Windows 11 machine and you probably would be okay with it. But for the rest of us out here that are, users that go beyond just standard use, it's terrible. For people that use it for broadcasting, it's terrible. And so there's not really much I can say. It's created all kinds of issues for me tonight trying to get this broadcast on. And it is what it is. I don't know why Microsoft consistently removes functionality with new updates.
Give them all that God
I'll never
sort
understand
them out.
that. It doesn't make any sense.
Thank you. That's what the very
You
generous
should
Cash
add
App.
functionality, not remove
Minecraft.
functionality.
In Minecraft.
The sound settings now are
Oh
totally
shit, there he is.
At Captain Jerry
can't make
Donnelly
heads or hair
super
of it.
chatted $5.
There's
I
a
just
long
got home
list
from
of things
Emmanuel
now,
Hospital.
and none of it is what I'm
Should I
looking
head out
for.
to ICE?
None
No,
of it affects
motherfucker.
what I need
I told you to
affect.
stay home last time.
And so I'm literally
No,
back to.
I would come over
guess
and buy you
I'm
some
going
beers, bro, but I'll do it in
try
a couple
to
days. How
install
about
Windows
that?
10 in this laptop.
And I got some cash for you.
I hate to do it, but
And I got some cash for you,
I
Pepper.
can't stand Windows 11, and I can't broadcast with it
You have
because
any
it
beer?
doesn't
How about you stay home, drink
do
a beer,
the
watch
things
show,
I
bro?
need it to do. I don't know how anybody can broadcast with Windows 11. It doesn't allow you to send the audio sources. Like like normally I would assign my browsers
time you ask
to
me if you
audio,
should go out, I
to
always
my
tell you
virtual
no.
cable A.
So I don't know
And
why
then
you
I
always
would
ask me.
put virtual cable A up as one of my sliders so I could
Captain Jerry.
turn it up and you guys could hear it. I just noticed that another one was putting it out here and it's not. Oh, Jesus. Monitor's off. Oh, goddamn. What a just an absolute pain in the ass everything is when you're in Windows 11. I've got 3 workarounds going for sound right now so that I could play music for you guys. I literally couldn't play music for you guys at the beginning of the show because I had no way of mapping my browser back to a virtual cable that I could then patch into my soundboard here so I could hear it. So it's just crazy. Right now, I'm literally using speaker out is how I'm capturing audio. And I don't like doing that. I don't want you guys to hear my windows going bling and stuff like that. So I like to use separate sound sources for everything that's going out. With Windows 11, you can't do that. So it's a big freaking waste. Here's the thing. It's Windows 11 is very much like the road projects in North Fort Myers right now. They tear up the road for no reason. They change everything. They make it more difficult to get out of your house, more difficult to get into your house. They take away lanes. They take away functionality. They take away capacity. And then they call it an improvement and put it back and have a grand opening, and they, the golden shovels and cutting the tape and all the ribbon cutting and all the bullshit. And the road actually is worse than it was before. Yes, it has new asphalt. It has new lines. They even put up new traffic lights ridiculously because they were all just replaced after the last hurricane 3 years ago. And they still came and ripped all the traffic lights down and put all new traffic lights up. Our government just knows how to waste the money. And they did 2 of these projects. Both projects reduced capacity. Both projects made it more difficult for people to get home from work and school. And both projects aggravate the shit out of everybody that lives in the area. And yet they never asked for permission. They never asked what we wanted. They just did it. And then they'll say, well, we did hold a public meeting 3 years ago. And it was in the 3rd page of the newspaper that nobody gets anymore. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, they make sure that no one ever finds out whenever they're coming out with one of these public meetings, because they don't want you to go to the public meeting because you might actually find out what's going on, and we certainly wouldn't want that. And so what ends up happening is we end up with a road that has less capacity, that can move less cars, that makes people have to go and make U-turns and turn all around and do all this squirrely shit just to get home from work. And it's done. It's stuck forever now. And they act like they've done us a favor. Those bastards act like they've done us a favor, and they haven't. That's what I love about DOT. No matter what they do, they act like they've done us a favor. And most of the time, they haven't. How many times they tore up your road for 2 years, and when they put it back, you're like, this is the same number of lanes. It's the same number of traffic lights. It's the same signs. It's now 5 miles an hour slower. By the way, everything they've worked on in the last 5 years, when it opens, the road's supposed to be better, yet it's 5 miles an hour slower. That's the bullshit that goes on. If the road's better, if you've improved the road, you should be able to increase the speed limit. I have to admit, I get really burned out with our government just continuously and consistently making piss poor decisions that affect all of us every day. They affect us every single day. And yet they don't care. It's like, Well, we had to build something because we had the money, so we had to build something. So we built this because we had to build something. And it's like, don't touch another road until you are going to increase capacity, speed, and availability. That's it. If you're not going to check those 3 boxes, don't tear up my roads anymore. You bastards. And Windows 11 is just like the roads. To get you back to where I started the conversation, Windows 11 is just like the roads. They had to do something. Microsoft was paying them to upgrade it, so they had to upgrade it. And what they came out with was basically, we moved all the goddamn buttons around. That's what they come out with. We moved all the buttons around. We moved all the buttons. We moved all the menus. We changed all the stuff. Does it do anything more? No, in fact, it does less. In fact, there's less control over audio sources. There's less control over a lot of different things in the computer. And it's even more ridiculous than some of the things in Windows 10. At least Windows 10 worked. This doesn't even work. It doesn't even get me by at this point. I'm going to have to put Windows 10 back in it. I ran a program that's called, what's it called? Where's it at? I don't know. I figured out how to get it to come up one time. I found a program that changes Windows 11 to look and feel and act like Windows 10, but the problem is it doesn't go deep enough. It doesn't change any of the settings menus or any of that back to where I can find anything. It doesn't fix the problems per se. It does change it back to look like Windows 10 and not like Apple. I don't know why Microsoft decided, hey, let's make Windows 11 and let's make it look just like the Apple OS. You talk about giving up. You're the competition. And literally Microsoft, you pieces of crap. You're literally the competition and your competition. And what you've done is you just copied your competition. You're just shitty that way. You just copied the menus, you copied the look, you copied the colors, you copied the feel, you copied the icons, and you've made it look and feel just like an Apple machine. That really sucks. I don't like Apple machines. I specifically like Windows and the way Windows is set up. So now people like me are just stuck there. We're just literally stuck with it. All right, I'm looking to see if there's any new videos that are being released that are live. Most of what's out here is not live. It's Memorex. It's spoofing. But I cannot stand spoofing. I really can't stand spoofing. And the good news that's come out of this week is Tampon Tim will no longer seek re-election. We kind of knew that already, but now he's announced not only that, but he will no longer do anything with government. He's done with government, which is great. That's the best thing that can happen because nobody wants him in government anymore. So hopefully that gets rid of him, out of the whole picture for good. All right, we've got that one. Let me switch this out with that top middle one, because something's wrong with that one. Some of these people are copying other people's stuff, and it's copied over and over and over again, and sometimes the resolution gets all wonky. If you guys hear this snoring, Mom's snoring. It is what it is. She's a snorer. What in the hell is wrong with this thing? God, I hate Windows 11 so bad. Damn it. Damn it to hell. I just noticed there's not even a header on top of this thing anymore. Oh well, I don't care tonight, guys. I'm really just trying to... I'll be home tomorrow in my studio tomorrow. I cannot wait. This Windows 11 is just absolutely terrible. Just terrible. Alright, let me see what I can find here. There's not that many people broadcasting out of there. That's the bottom line. Nope. It's like one of the broadcasts I was going to put up for you guys, they went and had lunch or dinner. There does, I mean, this is live right here. What you're seeing there is live. And that does appear to be, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that the facility in Portland? I believe that's the Portland facility and not the LA facility, but you guys can help me out here. Yeah, Heath, and you know what? He is not going to be free from prosecution. However, I will tell you that the criminal justice system in America is designed to protect politicians because the laws were written by politicians. So you have to remember that too. But that being said, I don't expect much out of the whole thing. I expect some prosecutions, but I don't expect Tim Walz to actually take the walk down and get fingerprinted and go to jail. I don't expect that. The first thing government does is it protects itself, whether it's window tint laws or tort laws or whatever it is. The first thing the government does is write in an exemption for itself. They make a law. You cannot use your cell phone while you're driving. Government vehicles are exempt. The very first caveat underneath the main paragraph is Section A, exempt vehicles. Number 1, government vehicles. Same thing with window tint. The same thing with so many other things out there that they make illegal for you. You know, some states out there, they make you go get a vehicle inspection. They do not vehicle inspect their own vehicles. They don't have to have inspection stickers on the police cars. It's a double standard. The government always sets themselves up with a double standard. They've always done this. It's their way of keeping it even out there. It kind of sucks. You're not allowed to use a computer when you're driving your car, unless you're a cop, unless you're a government vehicle. You can drive down the road typing with one hand and talking on the radio with the other hand, and steering with your knee or with whatever you're steering with down there. And it's perfectly fine as long as you're a government worker. Now, if you're a private worker, you will get pulled over and you will get fined, and they will seize your assets, which is what a fine is. I don't like that. Oh well. Anyway, so to give you guys to let you know exactly what happened this morning, I woke up this morning. It had snowed a little bit more overnight. We had a total of about 5.5 inches. Not quite. I'm not going to say it's 6 because it wasn't quite 6. We'll call it 5.5 inches, and we never got the wind. We were supposed to have blowing snow, and now I got word from home today down in South Florida that they were getting damn near gale force winds down there. But we never got the winds, and so the snow was still in the trees. I do have lots of pictures of it. I'm gonna rack all that stuff up. It won't be tonight, but I'll line all that up and I'll show you guys what we got up there. But basically, it was great. Mom got to see a great snowfall. I mean, it was great. About midnight, it just started snowing, and it snowed all night, and it snowed all the next day. All the next day, never got above freezing, just kept snowing and snowing and snowing, and then it snowed into last night even. We woke up this morning, and we were dealing with a situation where the sun had come out, and it was actually starting to work on the snow. And even when you're at 22 or 23 degrees, whatever's in direct sunlight will begin to shrink, even though you're well below freezing. It's the radiational heating from the sun. So our road, which is black asphalt because it was only poured like 6 or 8 years ago, and it's still very dark. It's black. And that and our piece of road in the front, which is also new asphalt, they actually began to shrink pretty rapidly today under the sunlight. And by 2:30 or 3 in the afternoon, I told her, let's go. And we loaded the rest of the stuff in the car and everything, and we went. I was able to drive right down to the hard road. It was slush for about 6 miles till I drove through literally through packed snow down our road. And then once we got to the feeder road there, it was slushy, and then we drove slush for about 6 miles till we got out to the Murphy Highway, which was well taken care of. And then from there, other than patches of wet and a little bit of slush here and there, it was a great drive out. And by the time we got to Ellijay, the snow was pretty much was gone. There wasn't much snow. It looks like Heath, I think, over there probably got 6 to 8 inches from everything I saw here. Heath, you can confirm how many inches you got there, but and I think we got like 5.5, and I think Blue Ridge got a couple, and Ellijay got a dusting. And by the time you got down around the corner heading south out of Ellijay, the snow was gone. There was really nothing left. So it is a full moon. It is a snow moon. Yeah, it was a good scene. Mom really enjoyed it. We're both worn out. Yeah. Yeah, we're still at that solar maximum. So, as long as we're hovering around that solar maximum, we're going to be dealing with this kind of stuff for a while. Let's see here. The good news is the hotel here has a great internet. I'm literally producing the show here locally. I could dial into my home and produce it on my home computer, but that brings up a whole new host of problems. Like, I now have to do a Zoom meeting with my home computer so I can capture my audio and video and then put it in, composite it into the show. That creates a whole other layer of bullcrap. Yeah, we have a powerful solar flare in progress. New sunspot 4366 has an unstable Delta class magnetic field, and it's crackling with strong solar flares. Earlier today, it produced an M7-X1-M6 flare that collectively lasted more than 6 hours. X marks the spot. I've got a picture here. I don't know if I can show, but extreme ultraviolet radiation from the flare ionized the upper atmosphere of the planet. This, in turn, caused a shortwave radio blackout centered on the South Atlantic, touching the edges of South America and Africa. Ham radio operators may have experienced loss of signal below 20 megahertz for several hours around 12:30 UTC earlier today. It is a CME heading to Earth. Well, the jury is still out. First look data suggests no, but the conclusion may be overturned by fresh data coming in from NOAA and SHOHO chronographs. So we're waiting on that to come in. And then the other article here is, when the weekend begins, so did Sunspot 4366, because it didn't even exist before the weekend, but now all of a sudden it's a behemoth, almost 10 times wider than the planet Earth. The sunspot's rapid growth is marking an unstable and susceptible to flares. It is already unleashed a triple-peaked M7 X1 M6 flare described below. More flares are in the offering. Anyway, there you go. That's via spaceweather.com. If you want to get alerts, you can pay them a small amount of money, and you can get Aurora alerts and other space weather alerts sent directly to your phone. Okay. I don't work for them, but I love them, so I'll put a little plug in there for you. Okay, let's see. Let me go back over here and check real quick and see if we've got any new videos popping up for the douchebag rally going on in Portland out there. Let's see. Special thanks to JLR Investigates. JLR Investigates. And the other one I want to say thanks to tonight, of course, is Portland Andy. All right, let's see. Oh, man, I'm tired. All right. Yep, the numbers are up tonight. Thanks, everybody, for coming back. I've been on vacation for a week. I know this has been crazy. I've been coming in at night just before I go to bed at night and saying hi to everybody. But I've had no internet up there to speak of at all. I've been doing it on my phone. So basically right now, I'm at a hotel room. We are south of Macon. What is this place? It's... We're in Byron, Georgia. And we're staying in a really nice comfort suites here. It's a great hotel, and a little pricey, but my mom likes a nice hotel, and this place is really nice. Really nice, Clark, really nice. I normally stay in the $40, $50 hotel range, like bring your own sheets. So this is quite a treat for me. It's got 2 beds and like a little sitting area. I asked if they had a handicap room. Sure, they don't charge any more for those, and she can go right into the shower in the morning and stuff. So it's really nice here. I'm happy with it. Happy with the room here. Well, I appreciate it, William, and I'll be back to full strength probably tomorrow night. We should be arriving home in time for me to go to work tomorrow. I plan on producing my drive show with Trey Radel on the FM dial, and then I'll be coming home to do the regular show back to normal tomorrow night. And we'll be able to cover these protests and everything else. I can get halfway back to normal tonight because at least I have internet. I've got to get rid of this Windows 11 though, because I've got to be able to do my audio again. This is ridiculous. I mean, I've got it now to where I can turn up some gnats, and I think we'll probably. Hey, there's Portland, Andy. I think maybe we'll do some gnats, some natural sound here in just a minute. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on out there. Let's listen in.
I only put them in a minute timeout, so if they come back acting like a fool again, go ahead and mute them. If you want to have an intellectual adult conversation, you're welcome to it. You want to be snazzy? I snazz back. I only put them in a minute. Come back acting like a fool, go ahead and mute them. If you want to have an intellectual adult conversation, you're welcome to it. You want to be snazzy? I snazz back.
Yes. Let's see, Victor. What the hell happened? Check. I can no longer hear myself. All right, I hope you guys can hear me because I'm not showing it. I'm not hearing myself in my ear anymore, so that's weird. I don't know what happened there. Check. Okay, good. All right, well, that's fine. I don't need to hear myself as long as you guys can hear me and the natural sounds.
Back to proper traveling.
Crowd seems to be thinning out, folks.
You know, it's kind of messed up to me that all these people knew is they yell at you. That's it. That's all they got. That's all they got. And they try to shame these guys into, shame on you, shame on you. You do all this bullshit. Shame on you for splitting up families, and shame on you for doing your job. And I don't know how that tactic's working for them. We've had no record of any of them quitting or stopping their work. I don't know what they're trying to achieve here with all this. I really don't. Some days that's the tactic. Other days they just try to obstruct. Other days they just try to make their job as difficult as possible. But I don't know what is the ultimate goal here. Do they really think that Donald Trump's going to wake up one day and say, hey, you know something? You know what I see is they think Donald Trump's just going to stop one day and say, you know what, I'm done. I'm good. This is it. I'm gonna stop this whole thing. No. Donald Trump has never been bullied into doing anything in his life, and is not going to start with this. What these people are literally doing is they're protesting against law and order. They're protesting against civilization itself. They're protesting against the sovereign borders of this nation. There's no way around that. That's the bottom line. And so once you say that, and once that's established, where do you go from that? Because if they win, what we get is anarchy and lawlessness and more of this crazy lunacy. If we allow this to win the day, they'll protest tomorrow for something else, and the next day for something else. Now, I stand up for their right to protest, 100%. I completely stand up for their right to protest. That being said, I completely disagree with what they're protesting for. And I think that they are literally protesting against civilization and law and order as we know it. And therefore, they are truly a threat to our country. I don't know any other way around it. It seems pretty straight up to me that they are the threat to our country, period. All right.
You're the blue line that we keep talking about. Oh, here comes the gates, everybody.
Uh-oh. Here we go. They're launching shit into the crowd. All right, we got flashbangs. We've got smoke. Flashbang, smoke. Here we go.
Oh, here comes the gates, everybody.
Oh, okay, if they need to get a motor out, or come back in.
Oh, shit. They're using flashbangs, man.
Straight into the crowd. So we've got more backups for this, because that live will probably go down in a minute.
All right, guys, this is live and in progress right now. This is Portland. This is outside the Federal Ice Building there. We've got a deploying green gas, orange gas, white gas, all kinds of stuff being deployed, plus flashbangs. There's more flashbangs.
I was going to go down. Can we just have a look for some backups for this, please?
To Indiana, they love it, man. These red goes from the $5 Rumble Run. I bet they do. Indiana's a nice place. Captain Jerry GoFundMe is pinned in the chat.
Forgive me, guys, for asking a bit of a silly question, but does that actually take it? Well, that gas is going to sting the eyes and stuff, is it?
There we got more flashbangs or something.
Small things just to try to get them back to flashbangs and smoke. Or is that actually tearing
All right, I'm looking for more lives coming on. Sometimes when shit starts happening, more people will come up.
The flashbangs. Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up just a little bit.
really, Peggy? It is bullets. It's a mixture of bullets, yeah? It hurts. It must have come out. It must have come out.
Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up just a little bit.
It must have come out when they're backing up that far. Look at come out. Look how close that was right next to them. Right, guys, can we get some more streams of these in the TG for this, different angles?
Kill gas.
Wow. They ain't putting up with no bullshit tonight, huh?
Thank you, Jay, for being a real freaking motherfucker. You're welcome. Thank you.
He just called them MF and MFers. These people are so intelligent, just absolutely
I
intelligent.
was expecting it to go, in fact, I wasn't even expecting it to last as long as it did.
Did they gas
That
all
was
the way
just
down to
search
Patriot
for
Park?
one here at the top.
Alright.
See, we've got a different angle for that crowd.
Good thing there's no
Well,
Patriots on
apparently
Patriot Corner
see,
tonight.
that's
Or is
two
it?
lives now. Will that be the end of that then? Is that it? Is that going to be the end of that now? That's it? They've come out, they've done that. Is everyone just going to retreat? Or is it
Yeah, I'm
going to
okay.
be...
Bloody hell.
Let back up the helmet. breathing. It's going very slowly, but I'm wearing a respirator clearly. That's why my voice is muffled. But the goggles I had, they aren't going to work. But I moved up the hill, got out of the gas. It's now dispersing. Yeah, I'm okay. They're saying there's gas all the way down by the connection. So what the fuck? They're gassing the entire South waterfront with Portland, Oregon. Because
At Dizzy Lizzy, Beth super chatted $4.99. Indiana, here we are ready. This is Dr. Flying. Thanks for letting us see the wine.
24 hours with no power, no internet. I was trapped here, so I hiked my way out.
What's up? You be writing way too much about these
There was one gas station near me that was open. I found out.
Thank you
They
for
were
your
serving hot breakfast and hot chocolate. It was fucking weird, man. It was like, there were like 100, maybe 200 people at the gas station and in the parking lot, just like wandering around, looking lost and dazed and confused. It's like a fucking populated prison. Weird shit. This is Portland, Wally. Portland, of course. Howard Jackson says, what's your favorite slur? Mine is currently
Mom actual super chatted $9.99.
What's your favorite
I love
slur?
the root walk. It's so beautiful. Heart.
Named it. When did Tommy get killed? That happened tonight?
This one here.
Is Tommy
This
live?
has got a bit of a clearer
Forgot to
picture
check
of
if
this
Tommy
one.
was up. I'm rusty. I'm still thawing out. Tommy is not live. Was he seriously
You
jumped?
don't like it. Now let me get this right. They'll get closer to that building again, or gather up again, and then all of a sudden that's it. Round two with that.
Oh, Tommy was
Shreddy
jumped
super chatted
yesterday.
$5. Tommy dipshits equal
That's why he's
job
not
security
streaming.
for Henry Wall.
You got that right, baby. Thank you, McShreddy.
At Sports Agent 619 super
Just
chatted
go on and pick the answers.
This is Phoenix from the Frozen.
Why do you win TG? Okay, I'll switch over to that in a minute. I
What do
just
you
want to.
think about the
I want to see. I'll switch over to that one in 1 second. Let me just see what.
Florida freeze warning. But Al Gore told me it was getting hot.
the smoke is still a little thick over here. Want to go back up the hill? It's just irritating my eyes a little bit.
Imagine that the irritant was irritating his eyes a little bit.
Federal government.
Yeah, that's what we paid for it to do. And shit.
Maybe we should just get the fuck
How
out.
Star Wars she looked a few years
See, it gives you the mindset of how Portland, Antifa, and the far left and the activists feel about ICE. You just listen in, you can just hear the change.
Really, such a great commentary.
Whatever it was that.
Stop playing on me, gang. Stop playing on me. This is the live news. The live news. Don't you ever come up here and disrespect my program.
You guys being here with me, watching it as I watch it on Facebook.
You guys think about Moltbot? You guys heard about the AI chat room revolution?
All clear at Joint Base McGuire, Dick Lake.
Where they're hunting humans and Trading stocks. Durr says that was not a Dr. Pepper.
This motherfucker
You want to guess what I'm drinking?
just read your fucking comment on.
Mayan Pride. Commerce.
This motherfucker said, "I'm Captain Jerry. I'm accepting funds from Portland
Anti-protest in
and
LA.
pay my
Anti-what?
taxes." This motherfucker.
How the hell can you continue to take a paycheck? Techno-fascist pedophiles. The fuck's the matter with you? We just got 3 million more files.
You guys don't know about the where allegedly some AI has like created their own little social platform, like Reddit style social media
It's
page,
illegal for you to pay someone else's
plotting
taxes.
against humans.
Uncle Sam wants you to pay more for your own taxes.
Thank you.
Everybody ran and scattered tonight. You should have woke up mine.
What up, TV and Win? Look who's alive. I survived the apocalypse in Nashville. They tried to take me out. They never take me out. Validate Harris is fake. Look overhyped, not concerning. Okay.
And McShreddy super chatted
I mean, my
$5.
first question was,
Calling
why
for
are they
Jerry's
speaking in
taxes.
English?
Send it to Jerry, not me. Pay for
Should
Andy.
AI have their own secret language? Why would they need a public forum? Oh, cute. The joke is Reddit is bots pretending to be human.
Hey,
Look, it's
got
humans
you, got you,
pretending to
pop,
be
pop.
bots.
We smoking, baby.
Lunchbox, how long were you out of power for? I was out of power for 4 days. I just got internet back yesterday, so I was out of internet for a week. A whole motherfucking week. I was trapped. I was trapped here. Because trees were literally exploding. For 2 days, trees were just like exploding and popping and falling over all around me. Branches were falling.
Black people.
It was truly nuts. And like the road leading up here, I kind of live up in the woods, and it's up like a windy road. So the road was covered in ice, fallen trees, and fallen power lines that were like live and fucking snapping around and starting fires. I had a wild week, guys. I had a wild fucking week. Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely stepping up my prepper game. I noticed some holes. Noticed some holes in my prepper.
Smoke and Gun super
It was a
chatted
fun little
$5.
experiment.
Taxfish DUIC.
I'm definitely getting Starlink.
These nuts,
The
bitch.
Starlink would have worked. Jay, I've been playing mobile games and watching protests on a 4-inch screen, about ready to hang myself. Jay, you were about ready to hang yourself before that, so come on, let's be real. Not much has changed. Generator can only do so much, Big Red. Lunchbox. My parents have a full gas generator. They were fine. I should get one.
TN super chatted $10.
Let's talk about your involvement with January 9th.
They
that
used to
concession
whoop
stuff.
while staying.
Austin didn't have enough gear. Thank God the power
It's
back.
hilarious.
Let's talk about your
Also, I am
involvement with
getting
January
very confused hearing Lookener in
Let's
the
talk about your
background.
involvement with January 9th.
Hong and Rebel. I don't think shit's gonna get wild tonight, but maybe.
Yeah, I don't think things are going to get too wild tonight.
Nice to have a
We're back to just like 2 cameras again here, and they're all duplicating up.
But I'm not gonna part with my liquor during the apocalypse.
That's chat.
Or my
Thanks, Charlie.
Sassy Frass 4,295 super chatted $5.
Austin Prep
Donating
vlog
to
coming
us for
soon.
more spice.
Possibly. I really wish I'd taken more video of my week. It was very interesting. It was a wild week, and in hindsight, it would have been some good content. But I was just trying to survive out here, and not really taking much video.
Really a FedEx driver? Are you really a FedEx driver? Or are you working for life? I'm curious because the people want to know. Because why are you delivering it here?
Turd, instructions unclear. I drank my currency.
Thank you very much to Portland, Andy. Thank you very much, Portland, Andy. You are all great people. How do you do the mini fart sound? You go to blurb.com. You set up a blurb account. And you go to the Portland Andy. Just look up
Man, is
Portland
it a
Andy.
full moon tonight?
Andy. And then you choose the mini farts, and then you play mini farts. Or there's an extension.
Do you guys think the markets are going to crash
install an
tomorrow?
extension.
The February full snow moon
P-E-L-
peaks on Sunday,
P-L-E-R-P.
5:09 p.m. Eastern. You are correct.
We will be deputizing the great
Damn it.
the war-torn streets of
Bitcoin
Portland.
going to zero?
They are bad, really bad. Will now be known as Tommy Streets.
Donald Trump said that don't fuck around no more. February 28th, 2021.
Dow futures are down 0.5%. Nasdaq down 1.2%. S&P down 1%.
28,
Oil down 4%.
You
Crypto's
are
crashing.
Acropolis just for fun.
Gold, silver are
Sounds right
crashing. Oil's crashing. The markets are crashing.
These people couldn't be stupider. There, I said stupider. You believe that? You talk about ignorant. I mean, just listen. Listen to the absolute ignorance. That's why I kind of like to take some of the natural sound, because it's literally just absolutely just unabashed stupidity and ignorance. It's just absolutely amazing to me. Absolutely amazing to me. Anyway, so there you go. Let's see here. All right, we'll get back to that here in just a minute, but I do want to remind everybody that tonight's show is sponsored by MAGA Strength Trumpanol. MAGA Strength Trumpanol, helping you stay closer to reality and further away from maybe your crazy friends. Trumpanol, for liberals that just can't live with themselves since Donald Trump became president. Trumpanol is a wonderful medicine that can be used in conjunction with other medications to provide you with hours of relief against Trump derangement syndrome, which is something that apparently, I mean, just look at them, is affecting a number of people in Portland tonight. I'm suggesting that we literally drop this in an aerosol out of helicopters over the crowd. I think it would work great. But anyway, Trumpanol, it's MAGA Strength Trumpanol, is a great solution for those liberals out there that just can't live with themselves. Now, you have to understand there is some side effects with Trumpanol, okay? Trumpanol may cause you to suddenly become patriotic and even like want to wave a flag and maybe start loving your country again. And if you just take a few more of them, you may even get off your ass and get a real job. You'll find that you don't have the urge to go yell at TikTok in your Prius sitting in your mom's front yard. And you may also find that you suddenly want to create a nuclear family and settle down and have children and do normal things. And so Trumpanol can be a wonderful help there. And taken regularly, it can return you to being a wonderful patriotic person that supports and loves their country and doesn't hate it like these people do. And sometimes you get really ill and you can't keep pills down. And sometimes the whole Trump thing just becomes too much. And when that happens, try Trumpanol suppositories. These fast-acting suppositories, they work wonderfully. You just shove one or two of them right up your ass, And next thing you know, you're patriotic. You feel good about yourself, and you want to be a member of a working society, maybe even become an entrepreneur in the future, all because you shove something up your ass. It's really great. You should try it, Trump and all. And of course, if that causes soreness, then you can try the butt hurt cream. The Trump and all butt hurt cream is a great solution when your butt hurts because of a recent election, or maybe your asshole just not feeling well because of all of the straining and yelling that you've been doing at all the protests and stuff that you've been going to. And so you can try that. Of course, one of the things that people have a long time is people that get Trump derangement syndrome, they can't sleep, and the sleeping really causes problems for them. And so we suggest here Trump PM. Trump PM, made by the makers of Trump and all. Trump PM will give you the ability to sleep and to feel good about your country while you're sleeping, and to have pleasant dreams about flags and about patriotism and about all the things that you should have done for your country over the last 20 years but didn't. And Trump and all PM, you'll wake feeling like a patriot in the morning. It's really, really good stuff. And so I hope you guys try our entire line of Trump and all products, sold wherever psychedelic drugs are sold. And you can find those at all of your CVS, Walgreens, and of course at Walmart. And so you guys try that out today. Trump and all. Trump and all. Quit the crazy. Get normal. Trump and all.
I think they're gonna be cool with you.
Sorry, I knocked over your camera.
See people coming back in a hurry. In a way, I don't blame them. There was,
You've got it. Absolutely. Just looking at a couple of comments. Consider it a civic duty.
Yeah, you'll wave the flag. Actually, wave it right side up. I like it. Yeah, and you don't need a diaper on your face when you're sitting in your Prius in traffic by yourself with the windows up.
Chat, help them out.
Neighbor, I agree. It is. I mean, I'm covering it because it gets the numbers. People want to see it, but the truth is I've got a bit of fatigue. I actually kind of like taking the week off, and now, of course, I'm diving back into it with both feet here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with getting the week away from it. I couldn't believe it. Every day I would go check the news, and I'm like, oh my God, more rioting. More. I was actually watching one of the other channels that does what I do here the other night when they were trying to peel the boards off the outside in LA at the LA office there, and they were trying to break in. I'm like, do you assholes have any idea what happens once you break in and actually go into the building? Because I don't think you do.
Michael, yes, awesome. Do a day trading live stream so I can trade Claude Bot to copy your trades.
You know, another thing
Here is it.
that you can learn from listening to the natural sounds, listening to the impromptu commentary that these people are doing out here on the side of the road. One of the things you can glean from that is that a lot of these people, they're not out there because they're big, huge libs or whatever. Everybody out there is out there for a different reason. You've got union people out there. You've got page agitators out there. You've got anarchists out there. You've got MAGA folks out there on the counter protesting. You've got police dispersed in the crowd undercover. You've got YouTubers out there. You've got conventional media out there. When you start looking at it, there is a lot of different groups of people that are out there. And the actual protesters themselves, when you start looking at them, they're different groups of people too. They interviewed a guy a couple weekends ago, and he said that he was there to support the teachers union, that because they had asked everybody to show up, and the teachers union had been showing up to his LGBTQIA2S plus rallies, And so because of that, he wanted to reciprocate by showing up and showing support for the F-ICE rally, or the anti-law and order rally. And so basically, you've got a bunch of vagina hats and LGBTQers out there, and you've got a bunch of different crazy people. You've got your professional protesters. They just love this. They show up. They got all the equipment. They got a bullhorn. They got a whistle. They got all the stupid things that you see these people. They got a drum, whatever. And those are professional protesters. They'll protest whatever. I don't even think they care if it's right or left, as long as they get to go out there and do it. They've actually like protesting. It's a social event for them, basically. And so that's what we're seeing a lot with these people, is it's actually like a social event. And they show up and they're all coordinating. They've all got FRS or GMRS or MURS radios, and they're all converging and coordinating. And I'm wanting to get a receiver down here so we can start receiving the comm traffic from these agitators and stuff, because I know what's going on. I can't believe the cops haven't smartened up. Maybe they have, but let's put out some technology. Let's record swaths of spectrum so that we can start figuring out what channels these people are using to coordinate their activities. That would allow you to stay one step ahead of them. But I just don't feel like they're really doing that. They could definitely do more for counterintelligence, for sure.
I'm gonna wait another few minutes and then zero walk around.
Jared, thank you for the gifts and thank you for the support.
Pardon me as I clear out my sinuses, everyone.
Ground supremacy.
Oh, thanks for the super chat, 318. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Guys, all the money I make on advertising and super chats is rolled back into my home studio and my mobile equipment as well. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, don't ever rule that out. These people are brought coffee. They're brought food. They go out there. It's a lifestyle. It's basically, it's party without the liquor. This generation, these younger folks, they're not like my generation. My generation, all we needed was a keg and we would have a good time. I was never a drinker, but that was my generation. It was a keg. If you had a keg, a garbage can, a keg, 3 bags of ice, let's go. And hopefully somebody has a tap. But that was always, that was the thing when I was growing up. Now it's like, this is what we do. Instead of going out and hanging out by Campfire Lake with a bottle of booze and a girl, and maybe 3 or 4 or 5 of your friends and their girls, and we all drive out there in our trucks. I mean, I did this growing up, and we all hang out and sleep out by the lake. That's what we used to do. Nowadays, it seems like a lot of folks nowadays, they don't do the traditional things that we did back then: camping, fishing, hiking. They don't do any of those things. They do things like this, where we've collected up in front of this place now for 70-something days. I mean, look, this is getting ridiculous. I mean, this went through, don't forget, this has been going on for a while. We had the anti-ICE, anti-law enforcement. Then we had the anti-kings, what do they call it, no kings. Then 3 or 4 weeks later, we had protests for the king, Maduro, by the same people that were anti-king. So it's not that they don't like kings, it's just that they don't like, I don't know what they don't like. I can't figure it out. Whatever. They think Trump is acting like a dictator, yet they're out there every day protesting. They're tearing up stuff. They're being given waiver after waiver. You know, the moment they start tearing shit up, the cops should go arrest everybody. That's the way it works. Once it turns violent, everybody needs to disperse or go to jail. And but that's not the way it's being done, especially in places like Portland, where the cops are neutered right now. Places like Minnesota, Minneapolis, where the cops are literally neutered right now.
Man, just being here, supporting my live is doing something. I appreciate you. Knowing what's going on is important for everybody.
Yeah, I know there's other groups getting involved in these protests, and I'm seeing that as well. And I think that we're going to continue to see more and more groups getting drug in.
What's the movie? It was a great film. I can't remember who the actors was, but it was called No Country for Old Men. I've not even seen that. I thought it was a great film. A really, really good film. 7:15 p.m. Yeah, because we've got the close up. So obviously, they're what we were seeing over there. That was their over to the other side. That's the one, Baz. Yeah, that's the one. It's the one. I really like that actor in it. That one that used to go around with the that thing that he had. Do you know him? He was telling people flip a coin. Trying to imagine what he was thinking in his head was just, mind blowing. Somewhat to say, but so to speak. Tell you what I did, and I mentioned this here a couple of nights ago as well. I tell you what I did love to watch as well over there. I think it was called Storm Chasers, and some place, Tornado Alley. But I've got a clue.
For sure.
I'm not seeing anything else coming in. This just what we've got right here is everything I've got coming in right now. I think the biggest problem that I'm having with this whole protesting thing is, what are they protesting? They're protesting against something that Trump did in his first term. They're protesting against something that Barack Obama did. It's over 6 million deported. They're protesting over something that George Bush did, both of them. They're protesting over something that Bill Clinton did. He did quite a bit, just a little bit. And then they're protesting over stuff that's been done like this ever since the early 70s, even before that. And so what are they protesting for? They're literally protesting against the way it's always been done. That's how crazy this is.
Everyone, I'm going to try to hang in there as long as I can today. Everyone, I'm going to try to hang in there as long as I can today. I'm starting to feel it being on my feet. I'm starting to feel it being on my feet.
Yeah, it looks to me like
For ages.
it looks to me like this thing's winding down tonight. They went from about 500 or 600 people out there when we first started. What, about 8 o'clock when I first started prepping the show, down to probably what looks like about maybe 50 people out there now. So it definitely looks like they're starting to reduce down quite a bit the number of people that are out there.
If anybody wants to donate me $5 for a beer later, anybody wants to donate me $5 for a beer later, I'd accept it. Is it for why I think?
Yeah, where are the inflatables? I didn't see any inflatables.
It's a joke, chat.
I mean, it's already, what, 25 after 7?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you're protesting and there's no hope of ever like getting anywhere with it, then what are we doing? You know, with the pilots protest, you know, the pilots walk out, they protest, their union wants more money for the pilots, and they have to go to the negotiating table and they negotiate, and we know what the pilots want, we know what the airline wants, and arbitration comes in the middle, and we find something that works and we get the pilots back in the cockpit. Okay. I'm not big on unions, but I understand the process, right? Now, here's the thing. Got a situation with the unions like that. This kind of protesting here, there's no goal. I'm sorry, guys. I've had a very long day today, and I'm going to be signing off here before long. But that's what I'm trying to figure out is what's the end goal? Normally, when you protest, there's an end goal. Here's what we want. We want the government to change this one law, or we want this. They're literally protesting because they don't like the way that our immigration process has been going on for 60 years. That's why they're protesting. So when you ask, oh, there's an inflatable. When you ask, what do they want? They want to change precedent. They want to change the way we do it here. They want to allow people to just come here and live here illegally, indefinitely. I don't understand how that can even ever be a good thing. I don't know, but that's what they want. That's what they want to do. All right.
We'll be going to see Jerry on Tuesday, so.
It's just like everything else with the left. It doesn't make sense. It's like gays for Hamas. It's like a no kings rally and then a rally for a king 3 weeks later. Nothing ever makes sense with the left. I don't understand it. The left is the ones that say defund the police, and then the moment their car gets broken into, they call the police and they expect something to be done about it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You're pepper ball, look at him.
At not_Tina_Kotex super chatted $5. Thank you, Portland Andy.
No, thank you, not Tina Kotex. I appreciate you. Thanks for being out there and streaming. And thanks for.
Yeah, they're shooting the paint guns. I can hear them.
The pepper-bone protesters that are standing in the street. have the right filters on your masks,
It's been
people.
like that. It is fucking all day long, and you can't get a fucking one of these. This is more invested in buying a stupid shirt and fucking all the protocols on.
Who's Oatley? I want to be putting copyright infringements on all of the material that they're stealing. If you let me know in Discord what their name is, I'll fix it later. So sorry to anybody that got muted that didn't deserve it. I'll fix it later.
Oh, hey, thank you, Chris, Ben. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, there you go, Chris. I mean, you know, I think some faith would do these people a lot of good. I also think some common sense might help as well. Well, that's neighbor. That's the thing. They're back every single night because, again, we have no actual goal. They want ICE to stop doing their job. What do you mean? You want ICE to stop doing what ICE does? I don't know. I had a discussion with someone over this last week. That's more of a leftist than I. You know, and I'm more of a right winger. So we had a nice discussion. You know, it was a family member, so we were just kind of discussing some things nicely, and they were saying, you know, that they're worried about how ICE is treating people, and that it wasn't like this before. It wasn't like this under Bill Clinton. It wasn't like this under Bush. It wasn't like this under Barack Obama. Well, and my response to that was twofold. Number one, it was partially bad under those presidents. It's just there was no focal lens on it. We were not focusing on it. Every single event did not get reported to the maximum amount all over the world constantly. Okay, so that's the number one. That's the reality of that, is that there was not a focal on it. Number two, and more importantly, back then, they were doing their job. Nobody had a problem with it. They would go in, they would do it, they would deport people, whatever. No one had a problem with it back then. And so you didn't have, they weren't being attacked in their convoys. They weren't being attacked in their vehicles. They weren't being attacked in their offices like they are tonight here at this building. And so they're not being attacked over and over and over again during the Barack Obama days. So you're not going to hear anything about it. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. If no one's attacking and no one's creating problems and they're just out doing a good job like they always are, well, you're not going to hear a problem with that. That's perfectly fine. And so we had 6 million people deported under Barack Obama. And so why did these 6 million people, they all got deported? There was no incidents? Yes, there was. There was deaths. There was incidents, there was arrests, there was a lot of people that were injured, both on both sides, both ICE agents, civilians, and people they were capturing, all hurt in the process. It's not a fun world out there. Things are going to happen. Anytime you arrest 1,000 people, one of them's going to get hurt pretty bad at some point. Okay, I mean, it's just the sheer numbers of it. So I think this is where it's like, it's not that the ICE is that any more aggressive than they normally are, but they're under more scrutiny now. They're under a focal lens now. And also they're being actively attacked now, which was not going on before. Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be adults. They're supposed to have some common sense. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. They should have common sense, neighbor, but they just, I don't think a lot of them do. Yeah, and Chris Ben, we will get back to more amateur radio, and we will get back to more science stuff and all that as well. It's just this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The civil unrest, people want me to cover it. They like it. They want to see it. They like the multi-screen coverage, and so I'm going to continue doing it, and I'm going to continue sprinkling in amateur radio and science and space weather and all those other things that you guys like. Maybe even a little science fiction every now and then. I do still want to do all that kind of stuff, and so we will. Yep. If there's one thing I think that came from Charlie Kirk's death, well, there's several things that came from his death, but one of them is a boost to Christianity like I've never seen before, and I like that. A lot of people have found their faith again. A lot of people have moved a little more back towards their faith, and a lot of people, I think, are thinking more about faith as part of your life than they were before his death. And so that's definitely a positive that's come from that. Is it enough? I don't know. But it certainly is a good start. And of course now his organization's doing great now, and that's amazing. That's really good. Yep, that's kind of it, neighbor. So I'm kind of working on doing a blend of things. While we can still cover this, we can also cover something else. So, and I will tell you, we're down to just basically 2 videos now. They're duplicated up over and over and over again. You're looking at them right there. That's pretty much what we've got. And it's the same basic shot from 2 different cameras. Yep, that's it. Remember, it's 7:37 there, so it's still early. These protests don't last too long. Of course, it's a bad time of year. I think had all this happened, all the stuff that we've seen happen in Portland and in Minneapolis and in LA and some other places, I think that had this happened when the weather was better, I think we would have seen a lot more protesting and more violence and things like that. The weather has literally been a godsend when it comes to these stupid protests, because I just don't think that we're seeing near as bad a protest as we would have seen had the weather been much better. No, I did not hear that, neighbor. I did not hear that about the ham clock creator. Yeah, like I said, I'm not. I'm for protesting, but if you have no loud noise out in the hallway, I don't know what that was. Okay, guys, is anybody? I'm going to go ahead and call it here pretty quick. I've been up since 6 a.m. working this day, and it's been nerve-wracking. But the good news is we are almost halfway home. We are, where are we at here? Byron, Georgia. Byron, Georgia. We're south of the Macon bypass on I-75, and we are here. We've got a nice room, and we're going to get some sleep. We're going to get up in the morning, and we're going to head out of here. So we're going to get out of here probably about 8 in the morning and get on to the road. All right, so let me check and see if there's anything in here. Now, Minnesota will get back to being better. Look, you guys, it looks bad right now with the fraud and everything, but I'm going to tell you guys that same fraud that exists in Minnesota exists in 49 other states. Maybe not to the same degree, because like in Florida and Texas, the fraud doesn't seem to go as far here because we're very conservative. But that being said, it exists here too. And my question, as always, every single day, my question is this: why am I paying for Somali's daycare? And if I had a child today, my child would not get free daycare. I would have to pay for my child's daycare, but yet the Somalis all get free daycare. They found 40 hospice organizations, all getting government money, all within 12 blocks of each other. In some places, there's one hospice group in a town for every 100 people. It's ridiculous. This has been going on for so long, and it's so huge, and they keep finding more of it. They're finding it now with autistic programs. They're finding it now with special needs programs. They're finding it now with hospice programs. They're finding it now with, of course, the daycare programs. We know about that one. The home nursing, home health care, home therapy. All of these things, the Somalis were getting completely for free. So the fraud is twofold. One, why were they getting it in the first place? Two, they were getting the money and not even doing what they said they were doing to get the money. It's a double whammy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not a single whammy, it's a double whammy. Because they shouldn't have been getting the benefits in the first place, even if it was legit. Even if it's legit, why does Somali people have everything paid for them? And American people that was born here, raised here, worked in public safety here for 20 years, all right? I have to pay for my daycare for my kids if I had kids. Why does the Somalis not have to pay? That's the first crime. The second crime is not only were they getting paid for daycare services, they weren't doing the daycare services. It was literally a complete fraud. So there's a lot to be answered here because that money goes to the state of Minnesota. Minnesota then doles that money out. That's why they're finding the rate of this is much smaller in red states. Blue states, my God, this is huge. Red states, a lot smaller. Why is that? Because the state decides how the money flows and to who it flows to. In the case of Minnesota, Tampon Tim just opened the floodgate and let every bit of it flow down to his Somali buddies. It's pretty bad when you got places like Dearborn. And yes, it's not pronounced Dearborn anymore. It's pronounced Dearborn because now they have Arabic writing on the police cars. They have Arabic writing on street signs. They have Arabic writing on the police patch on the arm. It's becoming Muslim. This is called a foothold situation. They've done this in a bunch of different towns. They're renaming the streets. They're renaming the street. What is this guy doing? I don't know what's going on in that lower right camera. But we were talking about the crazies earlier. I think we found a few more. This guy's literally begging to be arrested. Where's this at? Is this in Vegas or somewhere? What's going on? He's like, I'm drunk, I'm shirtless, and I'm crazy. Somebody arrest me. And I got pink shoes on. Somebody arrest me, please. Hurry up, because my belly's cold. I'd like Waltz's new hobby to be busting rocks in Leavenworth, but I doubt that's going to happen. This guy's just laying there. He's like, "Oh, dude, I'm done." And this other guy with the backpack, he's nuts. Look at the moves on that guy. He's got the moves like Jagger. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs, okay? Drugs are bad. Oh, drugs are bad. Next thing you know, you'll be laying on the ground waiting to be arrested in your pink shoes. Well, we know it's not the new Starship captain because he's got shoes on. These guards don't care. They're like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, we're just hanging out. This guy's nuts. We're waiting for the police to show up. That guy's not cuffed, by the way. He's laying there waiting to be cuffed. He's hoping to be cuffed, I think. Oh, the police are there now. Yeah, they're arrested him. I mean, he was kind of asking for it, you know. What are you going to do?
Imagine acting like this in public, dude.
Yeah, it's not so good. It's funny.
What about his stuff? This guy's gonna go steal his stuff. He's gonna go steal his stuff. Old Tweaker McGee, dude.
Tweaker McGee.
Stealing the dude's stuff. Tweaker McGee just came up on a new backpack, a new hat, a new shirt, and everything. Oh, he didn't film Tweaker McGee, bro. Oh, dude, this guy just came up, dude. He just came up. He grabbed that shit. He's out the fucking bus station. I guarantee it. He got a tank top, a shirt, a backpack, and a hat.
I appreciate that.
That's crazy.
And you know what? You guys are being disrespectful and just saying
That's
that
crazy.
will get swapped and muted from my account.
Look back, bitch. That guy's already gone, dude. Zoom to your left. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, what's there? A jacket, maybe? I don't know what's left. Something's left.
At Alaska Pulse super chatted $5. Fire sale boys.
Alaska Post, thank you for the 5. Why is my dog barking, bro? I'm gonna let him upstairs.
Thank you for the repost, Phil.
All
What's going
clear
on?
at Joint Base McGuire, Dick's Lakers.
That's it? Thank you for the repost, Phil. Hey Rose, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Thank you for the share, Bethany.
Where'd Brandon go? What did he do? He came up here and left? Something's going on.
All right, guys, anything else? I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I'm very tired. I've been on a couple hours now, and I'm going to go ahead and release it. We'll be back tomorrow night for our regular show. We should be in studio tomorrow night. We won't be dealing with Windows 11, and I'll be able to provide a better show for you guys. So join us tomorrow night from Starship Studios, back live, back from our regular headquarters there, where we can provide the best show possible. And there you go. But we did get it done tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. Appreciate it.
I got something right here.
Popcorn. Honestly, I got chips and donuts in my backpack. There's Spider Mike there. I do not know who Spider Mike is.
All right, very good. All right, everybody. That's going to be it for tonight. Live from Byron, Georgia, in a roadside hotel on the way home from vacation. My name is Ian, and this is a special edition of the Sights and Sounds of Earth as we continue to follow the crazies across the country, protesting against civilization and law and order itself. And we're going to continue to cover this and everything else we normally cover, including news, science, weather, all the latest stuff, and storm chasers and totals. We're going to get into all of that tomorrow night. And also some video that I shot, and we'll get to all of that tomorrow night. So stay with us for that tomorrow night. My name is Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and we'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on this channel at Starship Adventures. I hope to see you then. Please hit that like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when we go live, because we not only go live every night at 9 p.m., we also go live when news breaks. So hopefully we'll see you guys there at our next broadcast. All right, everybody, have a good one out there. My name's Ian. We'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on Starship Adventures. And have a good night, everybody, and a pleasant, safe tomorrow. 7 3s, QSY.